Yarn sensation. Just click on my yarn lady or click the subscribe button. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Yarn Sensation, and today we will be making a little purse, of course, and the tools that you will need will be and we have 2 colors of yarn, 1 color for the main body and 1 color for the trim, and 1 color for the octopus. Okay, to get started, you want to start with a slip knot. Next, you will chain 4. You will be joining in that first chain, and this will create the center that we will need to place our double crochets. Next, chain 3. Place 2 double crochets into that center, and I am carrying my yarn tail. Next, chain 2. Place 3 more double crochets into that center, and I lost my stitch, sorry. And chain 2, and let's repeat that again, 3 more double crochets. And chain 2, and this will be our last set of 3 double crochets. Okay, next you want to chain 2, and you want to join in your beginning, chain 3, and you will join in that 1, 2 in that 3rd chain. And we have completed round 1, and we completed a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of double crochets. We will work on round 2. You want to chain 3, and you will place 2 double crochets in the same space as your chain 3 is coming out. So just wrap your yarn around your hook and go back to that same space and complete your 2 double crochets. Next, you will chain 1. You will go to your next chain 2 space, and you want to place 3 double crochets into that space. And you want to chain 2. 3 more double crochets in that same space. And you just completed your corner. And the first one that we did is part of our first corner, but don't worry, once we go around we will complete the second part of this corner. Next, you will chain 1. So it's starting to repeat around until we get to our last corner. So you just want to go to your chain 2 and complete your 3 double crochets. Chain 2 and complete 3 more double crochets in that same space. Chain 1, go to your next chain 2 space and complete your 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 more double crochets. Okay, we are back to our beginning corner, so we need to complete it to make it look just like this. So remember, chain 1 and go to that chain 2 and complete 3 double crochets. And next we need to chain 2 and we will join in our 1, 2, the third chain, and remember that's that beginning chain. Okay, and we have completed round 2 of our square. Okay, so we are at round 3. We want to chain 3. And remember, go back into that same space and do 2 double crochets. You want to chain 1, and we are at our side, not one of our corner. This chain 1 is our side. So we want to place only 3 double crochets in that space. Next, we want to go to this corner, so we'll chain 1, and we will repeat the same steps we did at this corner. So remember, 3 double crochets, chain 2 because it's a corner, and place 3 more double crochets. And that corner is complete. Chain 1, and we're back to another side, so that's only 3 double crochets into that chain 1 space. Once you leave it that side, chain 1 because you're going to your next corner. So we want to do our 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Once you leave that corner, chain 1, you're at your side, so you only want to do 3 double crochets. And I just love how these colors change it, just bring the piece alive. Okay, we're leaving our side, so chain 1, and we're back at another corner. So we're going to do your 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. So we're leaving that corner, so we want to chain 1. We're at our side, so we want to do 3 double crochets. Okay, leaving the side, chain 1, and we are back at the beginning where we did our partial corner, so we need to complete this corner. So in that next chain 2, you want to do your 3 double crochets. Next, you will chain 2 to complete the corner, and you want to join in that chain 3. Okay, so we have completed 1, 2, 3 rounds. Okay, for round 4 will be a repeat of everything we did. We will just have a second side instead of just one, so you will be doing 3 double crochets here and there. So let's chain 3 to begin. Place 2 double crochets into that same stitch as your chain 3. We're going to the next side, so chain 1, place 3 double crochets here. Okay, chain 1 and go to your next chain 1 space for the side and complete your 3 double crochets. And chain 1, and you will complete your next corner the same as you have done before. Okay, so we're working to the next size, so remember to chain 1 to go over there. Next, complete your sides, the corners, back around, and we will meet back at our beginning chain 3. I am back at the beginning, so I'm just going to complete those double crochets, 3 of them in that same space as the chain 3 that we started with, and chain 2 and join in my 3rd chain. Once you have completed 4 rounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, our granny square is complete, and the next thing we will do is single crochet around. So let's cut our yarn. Just chain 1. Cut enough yarn to weave on the back side of this piece. Next, you want to join your yarn in this chain 2 space. Once you do that, you want to complete a single crochet in the same space. And what I'm doing is just carrying these yarn tails, but you can weave them in if you prefer to do that. And next, you just want to place a single crochet in each stitch across, and we will meet back at this chain 2. Okay, so I made it across. I have a total of 15 single crochets, and my next stitch will be this chain 2. Remember, chain 2, so you need 2 single crochets in each corner. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you will just single crochet along the sides. And remember, we have 15 up here, so you need 15 here, 15 there, and 15 here. And that is not counting your corners. Your corners will have 2, and your sides will be 15. And we will meet back. Okay, I am back around, so I am going to complete my last single crochet in this beginning chain 2 space, because remember, we joined here and we completed 1 single crochet as well. So just complete that last single crochet and join in your first single crochet, and our little square is complete. So you just want to fasten off at this point, and what I would do before I fasten off, just go to this next stitch, and complete a slip stitch, and then chain 1. Cut your yarn. So we have completed our first side, so we need to complete our second side. And what we will do is make the exact same one, really easy, just follow the video, and then we will move on to creating the sides and the bottom for this bag. For the sides, you want to start with a chain of 20. Once you have 20, you want to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and in that 5th chain, wrap your hook around 1, 2, 3 times. Place your hook into your 5th chain, and you just want to go through the first 2 loops, the next 2, the next 2, and the last 2. You want to complete those steps in the remaining chains across, and we will meet back. Once you complete, you will have a total of 17 stitches. That's including the beginning chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. After completing this, the next step, we will complete single crochets around the sides. You will have a total of 17. Along the bottom, you will have a total of 5, 17 on this side, and then you will fasten off up here. So you want to chain 1, turn your work, place a single crochet in that first stitch, and a single crochet in each stitch along the side, and we will meet back at the bottom. At the bottom, you want to complete 5 single crochets. Once you have your 5, then complete your side, and we will meet at the top. I have single crochet around the entire piece, and once you do that, you want to chain 1, cut your yarn, but leave a long tail, maybe about 20 inches. You will use it to join your bag. And then you could weave the short tail into the back side of your work. And once you complete those steps, then you need to make a second one. Now we will make the bottom for our bag. So you need one of your panel pieces. Okay, we left this tail at the beginning. That would be the top of our bag. So just turn it, and you have your bottom, and you want to place your hook into your corner at the bottom, and it would be that second single crochet in that chain 2 space, and just join your yarn. Chain 1, and you will place a single crochet in that first stitch as your chain 1, and you will do the back loop only. And you just want to continue across, back loop only, and you have a total of 17 single crochets, and you will complete your last single crochet in that chain 2 space, that first single crochet, and we will meet back. I have my 17 single crochets across. Next, you want to chain 1, turn your work, and you will complete a single crochet in that first stitch and a single crochet in each stitch across for a total of 17, and we will meet back. I completed my second row. Next, chain, turn your work, and repeat across, single crochet, 1 single crochet in each stitch, and we will meet back at the end of row 3. I completed row 3, and you want to repeat by chaining 1, turning your work, and single crochet back across, and we will meet back at the end for row 4. I have completed row 4, and next you want to chain 1, turn your work, and this will be our last row 5. You want to place 1 single crochet in each stitch across, and we will meet back at the end. I have completed row 5. To do is chain 1, next you need your second piece, and we will be joining it to the bottom where we completed our 5 rows, but we will only join back loop only. Make sure that you have your tops both up here. You have both yarn tails, and then this is your bottom. If you have any yarn tails that you need to cut, you can. At this time, go ahead and weave in any yarn tails. Like I have these 2 for my center, and you can always close your center if you like. So let's go ahead and fix our yarn tails. Okay, making sure that your tops are up here and inside to inside are facing. The next thing we want to do is just attach this to that, and we will be using the back loop only. And what I would do is take my stitch marker, because what you will be doing, remember your corner, so you want to start with that second single crochet in your chain 2. So I will place that yarn needle through there, so that let me know where my first stitch began, and then count over your 17, and you should have your first single crochet in this chain 2 space, and you just want to mark it with your stitch marker. Okay, once everything is marked, you can go ahead and join. And what I would do when I first start, to make sure that it is secure, just go back through those stitches again and again, and then you just want to continue going through the back loop only for both pieces. And we will meet back at the end at our stitch marker. I am at my stitch marker. I have already placed the needle in there, so you can remove that stitch marker. And just as we did on this side, just make sure that you do whatever you need to do to make sure that it is secure. At the end, you don't want it to fall apart on. And once you have it secure, you can pull and make sure, weave the tail into the work and secure it to the inside. Here's our bottom and our front and back panels, and this will be our bag that will just sit up like that. And next we need to add our side panels to the side. Okay, make sure that everything is facing the same way. You want it facing up when you attach it, so the right side will be facing, looking at you. And then have your tail, the end of the yarn tail should be at the top when you attach it, and this will be the bottom. And you just want to attach one to each side, and it will be, let's see, I'll flip it over. So it'll be the same how we attach the bottom, and you just want to attach doing back loops only, and then you will get to the bottom and attach to the bottom. And don't worry, go ahead and get started, and I will show you the bottom, how to attach it. Next, you will place your hook into the side. It doesn't matter where. And if you have any yarn tails, you can cut them off after weaving them through the side, or you can just carry them. I will be carrying my yarn tails. And next, just join your yarn, chain one, place a single crochet in that same stitch, and place a single crochet in each stitch around, and we will meet back at this beginning point. When you get to your chain on the sides, you will have a total of 4 single crochets along that chain. When you get back around, join in that beginning single crochet, chain one, place 1 single crochet in that same stitch, and 1 single crochet in each stitch around, and we will meet back at the end of this row. Okay, when you get back around, you want to join in that beginning single crochet for this second row. You'll chain 1, and you can cut your yarn enough to weave into the body of your work. Okay, so just grab your bag, and you'll have your little center right here, and you just want to work on the side of that, right above, right here, right in there. And you just want to add your yarn, and you will adjust it by how much you want for your handle. And I think, let's see, about that much for my handle. And once you do that, just secure your yarn on one side, So the next thing you will be doing is just loading your beads on. Just thread it back the other side, the yarn tail, thread it back on there. I'm just using a random color, and lucky for me, just about all the color beads that I have are in the color of this purse. So you just want to just start adding on your beads. So I have reached the length that I want. And then what I'll do is just pull it up to see if that's okay for the handle. And I'm satisfied with it. So you just want to repeat the steps on the other side to secure this bag, just using the same method we used on the other side. And what you can do is look back and compare to see, to make sure it's at the right length, and just secure it. Make sure that you're not leaving any gaps in your bead just by pushing it. And if you do it too tight, it'll be wonky. Like